repeat the first part?
No, no.
With my limited knowledge and listening to some of Huzur's sermons, I have been able to reconcile some of the issues that occurred in that book, but some of the incidents. However, there's one event that causes me a lot of trouble, and that is Allah promises to those who submit guidance and protection from fear and grief. But I don't understand how Hazrat Aisha radiallahu ta'ala anha would have raised an army even from misguidance from the mischief mongers against Hazrat Ali, who was a Khalifa that she should have been obeying. I don't understand Allah's promise for guidance to the true believer and this instant.
Now, what do you understand by the word guidance?
I take some references, like for example, to those who truly...
Unless your understanding of guidance is very limited, you can't understand the answer to this question. Now, you could not have been misled to read something which doesn't agree with your sensibilities in relation to Hazrat Aisha, Siddiqa radhiyallahu anha and Hazrat Ali. The point is, the word guidance is, from the angle of God, the provision of all the possible elements required for man or woman to be guided by. There are other factors which can interfere with this course. Factors which sometimes are far deep in human psyche for men to analyze and determine the real cause. Intentions vary, and you cannot reach the inner recesses of intentions. So the facts appear and inferences could be drawn, right inference or wrong inference. Some are those who draw wrong inferences and they commit crime then, but guidance is there. Some who draw wrong inferences, but by their failure to understand the position, the situation, and they think they're right. So they could be proved wrong by history, but it is possible, it is real, that in the sight of Allah they would be just misguided. In that case, their guidance comes from Allah because the end of the righteous, their mistake is rectified before they die. And the promise of guidance should be read in, coupled with the prayer which God has taught us. Rabbana wa la tawaffana, Rabbana wa tawaffana ma'al abrar. What we require is, we may have committed mistakes, otherwise there will be no question of forgiveness. We seek forgiveness for our indulgences, but we pray, we beg of you to make us die among the pious. Now, if the end of Hazrat Aisha had been among the Khawarij, then your question would be valid. But if she realized her mistake, and Hazrat Ali recognized the factors which had misled her, and he spent all her remaining life in obedience to Hazrat Ali, then where is the logic of your question that Allah promises to guide and He failed to guide? He did not.
I guess my understanding, what I was trying to say is that, of course, we are very limited in our piety, and so we may have...
I don't want to prolong this over much. What I saw, I have said. What I understood, I have told you. Now seek guidance from Allah. You believe in the guidance in the sense you believe. So if you are righteous, He will guide you.
Yes.
Okay? Thank you very much.
Assalamu alaikum, Huzur. My name is Suhail Hussain from Boston.
Yes?
And my question, forgive me if you've answered this before, but my question is regarding estrogen replacement for ladies who no longer have their cycles. The reason I ask this is because many physicians recommend it, on the premise that it helps prevent bone loss and decreases heart disease in women who take it. But some other people argue that it goes against nature and it's unnatural. So, Huzur, I was wondering what you think on the subject.
What causes the bone loss and how it can be prevented and everything? But replacement therapy to make up for the loss of hormones? Yes, estrogen. After menopause. That is what I think I understood, but what is the question there? I can't understand the question. Huh?
Right, Huzur, would you support it? Or
Why are you worried about that?
nothing personal.
I assure you,
but
you will never reach that stage,
I hope not.
even if you live for 1,000 years to come.
Huzur, I'm studying medicine and
you're not married either. Are you married?
no.
See? The irrelevance of this question to you. You are a man and you are not married and you are worried about menopause. Imagine.
You know, Huzur, I knew you would say that, so I tried to practice the question.
To restore their health. Any effort on the part of physicians to restore health and to remove suffering is not against the grain of nature. It is in line with the purpose of creation. All human progress is achieved because he tried to make life comfortable. And this is what science is. So why do you interfere with the process of some poor ladies in menopause while you are not related to that anyway? Thank you. Last few minutes left.
Assalamualaikum Zuhur.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah.
Now residing in New York. On the face of the London Mosque, Patna, there is in bold letters inscribed Amanast Dar Makane Muhabbat Saraima. Whereas in the writings of Hazrat Mirza Tahir, we find it as Amanast Dar Mukame Muhabbat Saraima.
You see,
Why
this
this
issue
difference?
of what actually is the word used by Masih Maud is not as simple as that. I know you must have read this, what you say, in some of the books of Masih Maud, but sometimes in earlier versions there is one word used while in another version another word is used. And in some verses of Hazrat Masih Maud, when we investigate as to which one was the original one, we found many such cases in which it seemed that Hazrat Masih Maud permitted, it was not a mistake, permitted the replacement of one word by another to enlarge the meaning and to direct the mind to another possible meaning. So makan and maqam are two different things, although they are very similar and close. So in some of the recitations it could be maqam, in some of the recitations of the same could be muqam. That is why there are many versions in the Quran as well, in the Qiraat of Quran. They are not alternatives as such, but they are only indicators towards another meaning. On this issue I have yet to investigate, but I have only spoken in principles. It is not essential that somebody committed a mistake there. It is possible that we find both versions as valid, the one you read and the one which is printed on the mosque. Right?
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Another question is
about the time.
I beg your pardon.
Thank you. It's 10 o'clock, but not by my watch. You can come back, please. Oh, you have come. Okay. One question is enough. There is another question. You come, please. By my watch, there is 1.5 minutes to go.
My name Diya from Palestine.
From?
Palestine.
Yes. Which place?
Yafa.